Hey guys, what's going on? This is John coming at you at 1:42 p.m. on Sunday, January 3rd, and welcome to When the Music Fades. So, for all of you newbies out there, or people who are new to my blog or new to When the Music Fades, When the Music Fades is basically just a worship recap of the weekend that I either led or was a part of. And it's something that I try to do every week, just kind of my own thoughts on how the service went and the music and stuff like that. So I meant to do one last week, but just forgot and was real busy too. So I'm going to do one today and hopefully start them up again. So definitely stop by and check these out. But anyway, the service went really good today. The service was titled The Beatitudes. So Carl, who's our urban ministry pastor, spoke on the Beatitudes, and so that was cool. Today's message was a one-hit wonder, meaning that it was just by itself. Next week, we're starting a series called Disturbed, which I think is going to rock. So anyway, the service went really good today. The songs we did were New Year by Charlie Hall, Rise and Sing by Steve Fee, Everlasting God, kind of the Lincoln Brewster version of that, Here I'm to Worship, and We Are Hungry. So those are the songs we did, and we kicked off with New Year, and it went pretty well. It's a Charlie Hall, love that tune, and yeah, it went really well. We did that as a special, so there was no really crowd participation or any singing. We just kind of did that song for the new year, and I thought it would fit good right at the beginning of the service. So we kicked off the service with that, and then we went into Rise and Sing, which is a Steve Fee song off his new record. And I thought that song actually went really well. There's a story kind of at Prairie Lakes behind that song. Jesse introduced this song. Jesse's our programming pastor. Anyway, he introduced this song a couple months ago, and right when they were getting ready to start it, all the lights went out on stage. It was really weird. The power went out, lights went out. Just kind of a freak thing happened. And so it's kind of became known, at least with us staff, just as being the song that the lights went out. So anyway, we thought this would be a great weekend to reintroduce the song, and we did that, and I thought the crowd did really well with that newer song. So after that, we went into Everlasting God, and did Everlasting God in the key of A, and went good as well. Felt like the crowd really sang out, and were just worshiping during that song, and that was cool. Then we went into Here I'm to Worship and We Are Hungry, and before Here I'm to Worship, I just kind of set that up and just really encourage people to worship and engage and to really focus, and really felt like people responded well, and felt like people really just started to enter into a really worshipful time there. So we went from Here to Worship into We Are Hungry. We kind of blurred those two together a little bit. And by the time we got to We Are Hungry, man, people just were really worshiping and really singing out, and people were just engaged and really focused on giving God glory and praise through that song. So that was awesome to see. And especially when we got to the bridge of We Are Hungry, which is we lift our holy hands up, we want to touch you. And I just quoted a couple verses. And just encourage people to go after God. Just encourage people to just have freedom in their worship, and freedom to to express themselves, and to just give God all the glory and praise. And so just went really well. It was awesome. Really could feel the Spirit of the Lord and His presence, and just really was cool to see people really engaged in worshiping, and so that was great. So Yeah, so overall, I thought the set today went really well. Musically, I thought it went really well. The band, we were tight for the most part, and right on everything. Saturday night, a couple glitches Saturday night. There was no heat in the building on Saturday night, and I guess the heaters had went out. And remember, it was like, I don't know. I think the high yesterday was only maybe like -2. Yeah. So, needless to say, it was freezing last night during our set, and they were able to get the heaters going this morning, which is great because I think some of you saw on my Twitter, but it was 17 below. Yep, 17 below. That's really cold. Um, and speaking of 17 below, it was really weird. When I was on my way to church, I saw some guy jogging. Can you believe that? He was jogging and it was 17 below. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so one service Saturday night and then 2 Sunday. So we had 3 this weekend. They all 3 went really well. Carl did a great job bringing the heat, talking about the Beatitudes and just kind of challenging us with just with an attitude that we can take into the new year and choose to reflect on that. So overall, it was a great weekend, and really cool to see people worshiping and singing out, and just overall thought it was a great Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well out there. And man, this seems weird because this is like my first When the Music Fades in a long time. So I'm just gonna kind of have to get back in the flow of this thing, but. Anyway, hope you guys are doing good out there. I hope services went well at your church, wherever you're at. I hope you guys had great worship sets, and we will catch you next time. Later.